you've been running. But the storm is here now. You can't outrun it. You're awake, finally awake to the truth you've been avoiding. The storm inside is not coming, it's already here. The noise, the chaos, it's the life you've been hiding from. Your comfort zone, it's a prison, a slow, quiet death. You've been telling yourself tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Today you face the truth. The life you've been living isn't a life, it's a dead end. The storm inside is the only way forward. No applause, just proof. You've ignored it long enough. That voice in your head, the one that says, stay here, don't push too hard, is the old you. It's the voice that kept you safe, but safety doesn't grow. Safety keeps you stuck. And right now, in this moment, that voice is louder than ever. But so is the new voice. The one that demands more. The one that refuses to stay small. This is my breaking point. Your feet are planted firmly in the soil of your past. Every excuse you've made, every comfort you've leaned on, it's all coming for you now. You can feel it. The pressure, the heat, the weight of every moment you've wasted. Your mind is screaming at you to quit. It's easier to stay here, to keep pretending that tomorrow is the day you change. But let me ask you this, how many more tomorrows will you waste? How many more years will you let slip away while you sit and wait for the perfect moment? The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is the storm. Are you going to fold or finish? You think it's too late. You think you missed your chance. But you're wrong. The truth is brutal, but it's the truth. You've been waiting to feel ready, but you'll never feel ready. You don't need to feel ready. You need to act. The storm inside is your only option. It's the fire that will forge you into who you were always meant to be. Without this storm, you stay the same. Without this storm, you die in silence. This is my breaking point. You can feel the resistance. That voice telling you to stop. You've done enough. Take a break. You deserve a rest. But who are you really resting for? Who benefits from your comfort? Not your future self. Not your legacy. Not the person you could have been. Comfort is your enemy. The storm inside is your rebirth. You don't need peace. You need war. No applause. Just proof. Every excuse, every moment you waited, they all fade when you realize you have nothing left to lose. The world isn't going to wait for you to catch up. The storm is the only thing that moves you forward. The storm isn't here to break you. It's here to build you. This is my breaking point. You want out of this cycle. You want to live differently. But here's the thing. The life you want is on the other side of the storm. You don't get to decide how this ends. You only get to decide if you run or if you stand and face the storm head on. So ask yourself, what's more terrifying? The storm or the idea of staying the same forever? Are you going to fold or finish? It's easy to pretend that comfort is real. It's easy to lie to yourself and think you're okay. But deep down, you know the truth. This life you're living, it's not it. You can feel the weight, the regret. You know that if you don't make a choice now, you'll never get another chance. If you don't choose the storm, you'll choose a lifetime of regret. The storm inside is the only way forward. So what will it be? Will you keep pretending? Will you keep making excuses? Or will you rise? It's time to face the storm. No more delays. No more fear. No more hiding. This is your moment. This is my breaking point. If you stay here, you stay stuck forever. But if you face the storm, everything changes. This is where you stop being a victim of your circumstances. This is where you take control. The storm inside is the only way forward. You can't avoid it. You can't outrun it. You can only walk through it and emerge stronger. No applause, just proof. So what will you choose? The storm or the silence? The battle's begun. Right now it's you versus you. The storm was just the beginning. Now the real fight starts. Every step forward feels like a betrayal. Betrayal to everything you once were, to the comfort you hid behind. But you're not here to play it safe anymore. You're here to win. You've made a choice. The question is, can you stick to it? The old you is still there. That voice, that hesitation, it's still whispering. It's louder now, telling you it's too hard, that you'll fail. Every part of your body wants to stop. The old you wants to pull you back to where it's safe. The storm wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part is this, pushing through that resistance, that deep-rooted fear that tells you to quit before it gets too real. But what you don't realize is that this battle is the real test. You are the war, and you are the victory. Every thought is a battlefield. Every time you hesitate, the old you gains ground. It wants you back in that cycle of excuses. It wants to keep you trapped in comfort. But you've made the choice to move forward. No more waiting. No more wondering. It's time to act. This is where you make your stand. The war isn't about everyone else. It's about you. It's about what you're willing to fight for. And right now, you're standing in the middle of your own war zone. On one side, the fear of failure. On the other, the fire of your potential. Every step you take is a battle, but every battle moves you closer to the person you're becoming. Every step forward breaks the old you down. You are the war, and you are the victory. The voice of doubt, it's loud, it's relentless, but so is the voice of your purpose. It's the whisper in the back of your mind telling you to keep going. The part of you that knows the truth. This is the only way forward. There's no going back. And even though that old voice is still there, even though it's screaming at you to turn around, there's something stronger now. Your commitment to move forward is stronger. You said 90, not 9. This is the moment where most people quit. This is where they turn around and go back to the life they knew. They stay in the comfort of what's familiar, even if it's not what they truly want. But you're not most people. You're not here to repeat yesterday. You're here to create tomorrow. You are the war, and you are the victory. You have two choices. You can listen to that voice of doubt. You can stay stuck, or you can silence it. You can take the step forward, no matter how hard it feels, and refuse to be held back. This isn't just about pushing through fear. This is about tearing down the wall that's kept you small. The voice of fear will always try to hold you back, but the truth is, you've always been in control. You've always had the power to move forward. The only thing holding you back was the illusion that you couldn't. The moment you stop believing that lie is the moment you win. This is who I am now. Every step feels like a fight. Every part of you wants to turn back, to rest, to ease the pressure. But every step is a victory in itself, because the only thing that will stop you now is you. The enemy isn't out there. The enemy is the part of you that still wants to stay comfortable, the part of you that's scared of what's on the other side of the storm. So ask yourself, are you going to fold, or are you going to finish? You can feel the resistance. You've felt it before. That voice inside saying you can't do it, but it's losing ground. Every time you push through, it gets quieter. You've been telling yourself that you couldn't change, that you were stuck, but now you know that's a lie. This is where you realize you are the war and you are the victory. You can't go back. The moment you made that decision, you crossed a line. You've already started. The storm isn't your enemy, it's your ally. And now every moment you face resistance, it's just another chance to prove to yourself that you won't back down. Every hesitation is a battle, but you're winning. This is who I am now. The truth is, the only thing standing between you and the person you want to be is the decision to keep moving. Every time you don't listen to that voice of doubt, every time you move forward in the face of fear, you build a new version of yourself. You're not the person you used to be, and you're not the person you were trying to avoid becoming. You're something new, something stronger, something unstoppable. You are the war, and you are the victory. So now you have to ask yourself again, are you going to fold or are you going to finish? The war isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. But you've already won the hardest part. The hardest part was deciding. The hardest part was choosing the fight. Now it's just about staying in it, keeping your foot on the gas, moving forward even when everything inside you says to stop. The next step, it's up to you. But one thing's for sure. This war, you're already winning. You've been standing at this edge for too long. It's time to leap. You've thought about it, weighed the options, stared at the wall, hoping for clarity to strike. But the truth is, you've known all along. The decision has already been made, and now you're face to face with yourself. The pressure, it's building. You've reached a point where there's no way out. This isn't just about action. This is about transformation. This is where you stop becoming the version of you that hesitates. This is where you become the version who moves without question. The version who chooses. not weights. Every cell in your body is screaming to stay comfortable, to keep hiding. The fear of failure, of risk, it's paralyzing. But you've already felt it. The cost of inaction, the weight of mediocrity. That life is dead. It doesn't exist anymore. So what's it gonna be? Today I choose who I become. You've been waiting for the perfect moment. That moment when everything aligns. That's a lie. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's always been now. Right now. The longer you wait, the longer you stay trapped in this cycle of hesitation. The longer you stay in this fog of maybe someday. But someday never comes. You know it, I know it. The price of hesitation is far worse than the price of failure. Every second you spend waiting is a second you can't get back. The clock's ticking. You don't have time for excuses anymore. You've been telling yourself that you're not ready. But here's the truth. You're never going to be ready. That's just the fear talking. Today I choose who I become. You've been looking back for too long. That's what's kept you stuck. Every time you glance back, you give the past more power. You give the old you control. But the old you, that version is dead. It's already gone. The you that kept making excuses, the you that kept waiting for some miracle, that version is over. It's time to make a decision. This is the line in the sand. You can either stay in the comfort of what you know, or you can step into the unknown. You can't have both. You can't keep pretending that you're going to start tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. And deep down you know that. You've been lying to yourself. Your decision is your new life. This is the moment that kills the old you. This is where you put all that doubt behind you. You've been waiting for someone else to tell you it's okay, that you're allowed to move forward. But guess what? No one's coming. The world won't wait for you to get your act together. This moment, it's yours. No one else can make this choice for you. The longer you delay, the more you remain stuck in that prison of complacency. That prison where the excuses are loud, and the fear is stronger than your will to act. The longer you wait, the more you feed that voice of doubt. It's already been controlling you for too long. So here it is, the decision point. Will you choose the life you've been too scared to live? Or will you stay where you are, making excuses until it's too late? Today I choose who I become. You can keep waiting, but every second you wait is a second you've wasted. You can keep telling yourself you're not ready, but that's a lie. You'll never be ready, but you'll never be closer to greatness if you don't take the first step. So stop hiding, stop waiting. This is the moment that separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. This is the line in the sand. There's no going back now. The only way forward is through. The question is, will you take that first step, or will you stay where you are, wondering what could have been? Your decision is your new life. You've felt it, that gnawing, the sense that something needs to change. But it's more than a feeling. It's a call to action. And the longer you ignore it, the louder it gets. You can't escape it. This is your moment. This is where you either stay trapped in the past or you move into your future. You've been waiting for the perfect moment to decide. The truth is, you've been wasting time waiting for something that will never come. You have everything you need right now to make the decision, to step up, to take control. But you have to choose it. You said 90, not 9. And that's who you are now. You are the person who takes action. You are the person who refuses to let hesitation control your life. Every moment of delay is a moment you've lost forever. Today I choose who I become. The only person standing in your way is you. The only thing holding you back is the fear of making the wrong choice. But here's the truth. Every choice is the right choice. If it moves you forward, failure. It's not the end. It's part of the process. But hesitation, that's the real killer. Hesitation keeps you stuck. Hesitation robs you of your time, your potential, and your future. So ask yourself, are you going to fold or are you going to finish? You have no more time to waste. This is your moment to step into the unknown, to break free from the chains that have kept you in place. But you can't do it alone. You have to take that first step. You have to make the choice. And that choice starts now. Today I choose who I become. This is the moment you stop looking back. The moment you stop letting the past control you. You've already made the decision. Now all that's left is to act. The storm, it's part of your growth. The fear, it's part of the process. But none of that matters if you keep moving forward. You've already decided who you are. You've already made the choice. Now it's time to live it, to step into the new version of you, to stop hesitating and start acting. But the war isn't over. Not yet. The hardest part, it's coming. And when it hits, you'll be ready. You thought it would be easier. You were wrong. The hardest part isn't the decision. It's not even the beginning. It's the battle that comes after. You've moved forward, taken that first step, and now you're faced with the one enemy you didn't expect: resistance. It hits when you least expect it, and it's louder than you thought. But now you're forced to fight. And this fight, it's not just against the world, it's against you. Every single time you push to be more, to break free of your old ways, resistance gets louder. It calls you weak. It calls you tired. It tries to convince you that you've already done enough, that you've earned your rest. That's the voice of your comfort zone, and that voice is your enemy now. Every step forward feels like you're dragging yourself through concrete. Your body is screaming. Your mind is resisting. It's the familiar battle, but this time, it's different. You can't let it win. You won't let it win. I choose discomfort over regret. You've heard it before. I'm too tired. I deserve a break. It's the same excuse you've been feeding yourself for years. The same excuse that has kept you stuck, trapped in the cycles that never let you move forward. But the truth is, you don't deserve a break. You deserve the life you've been dreaming about. And that life, it doesn't come by staying comfortable. It doesn't come by giving in to the voice of resistance. What are you going to do? Are you going to fold under the pressure of your own mind, or are you going to fight through it? You've already made the decision to move forward. This resistance, it's just a test to see if you really want it, if you really deserve it. You said 90, not 9. That's who you are now. And when the resistance pushes back, you stand your ground. Every time that voice whispers quit, you hit back with action. Every battle is an opportunity to grow. Right now you're in the trenches. It's hard. The world hasn't made it easy. But the real battle isn't with the world. It's with you. You have to fight yourself. The old you that still believes in excuses. The version that wants to take shortcuts. The version that's too tired to keep pushing. But you've made the decision. And that means you're not backing down. You're not looking back. Every ounce of resistance that tries to stop you is just proof that you're on the right path. Resistance is not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you're moving forward. It's proof that you're doing something that matters. And the moment you stop listening to it, the moment you decide to push through it, that's when the real change begins. I choose discomfort over regret. It's easy to give in. It's easy to stay in the comfort zone, where the battles are small, where the risks are low. But that's not why you're here. You're here because you want more. You're here because you made the decision to leave that life behind. And now you've got to fight for it. Every day, no excuses. That's what the battle is about. It's about choosing who you're going to be over and over again. It's about choosing to show up, even when everything in you wants to quit. The resistance you feel, it's not a wall, it's a door to a new version of yourself. But you can't walk through it if you let the fear, the doubt, the exhaustion stop you. Every battle is an opportunity to grow. Are you really willing to let that voice win? To let the same excuses control your life? You've spent years letting that voice decide your actions, and look where it's gotten you. Stuck, unfulfilled, living small, but not anymore. The you who hides from resistance is dead. That version of you doesn't exist anymore. The person who folds when things get tough is gone. What's left is the version of you who fights through the pain, the exhaustion, the voices in your head telling you to stop. You said 90, not 9. And every time that resistance whispers quit, you answer with action. You push, you grind, you fight. I choose discomfort over regret. This isn't about pushing through just once. This is about showing up every single day. The resistance will keep coming. It will always try to pull you back into the comfort zone. But every time you fight back, you get stronger. Every time you push through, you grow. Every time you choose to keep going, the old version of you dies just a little bit more. This battle, it's never about whether you'll win or lose. It's about whether you'll fight or fold. Every time you choose to keep going, every time you choose to take action in the face of resistance, you win. And that victory, it's yours. Every battle is an opportunity to grow. You think you're tired now? You haven't even scratched the surface. The real war is fought every single day, in the moments when you're alone, when no one is watching, when you want to quit the most. That's when you'll be tested. That's when the resistance will hit hardest. But that's also when you get to decide who you are. This fight isn't over, not by a long shot. The hardest part is yet to come. But every time you push through, every time you refuse to fold, you make it that much easier the next time. So ask yourself, are you going to fold, or are you going to finish? I choose discomfort over regret. You've already decided to move forward. Now you've got to keep moving. The road won't get easier, but that doesn't matter, because every step you take is a step away from who you used to be. Every battle you fight is a step toward who you're becoming. And when it feels like the weight is too much, when the resistance feels overwhelming, remember you're not backing down. You're not stopping. You're fighting for your future. You're fighting for the life you want, and you're going to win. But the war isn't over yet, not by a long shot, not until you've killed the last part of the old you. You want it all. But the grind, that's the price. The weight of it hits every morning. It's heavy. You're tired. You don't always want to show up, but you know you must. Resistance is a beast, and it's relentless. But here's the truth. You're building something that's stronger than resistance. You're building a foundation, and foundations, they're built with discipline. This isn't about big explosive actions. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It's about the small, consistent actions. The ones that feel like nothing in the moment. The ones that add up, day after day. Those small victories, they're everything. The grind might feel pointless, but every time you get up and push, you're stacking bricks in your future. Discipline is the path to my power. You're still fighting that voice, the one that says you've done enough today, or take a break, you deserve it. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's that voice that has always convinced you to take it easy. But you know what? It's not the voice of comfort anymore. It's the voice of your past self, and your past self doesn't get a say anymore. Discipline doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're feeling motivated. It demands your commitment. And right now, it's asking for your full attention. Every minute you spend thinking about giving up is a minute wasted. Every second of hesitation is one more second you delay your transformation. Every day is a victory. This is where you separate yourself. Every other person is looking for motivation. They're waiting for inspiration to strike, waiting for that perfect moment. But you've made the decision to show up, no matter what. When the clock ticks, when the day feels long, when your mind screams to stop, that's when you keep going. And that's when you win. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not the flashy Instagram post, the motivational quote shared at 6 a.m. It's not the easy road, but it's the road that works. It's the path that compounds over time. And if you keep walking it, even when it's hard, even when you don't see results, that path will lead you exactly where you want to go. Discipline is the path to my power. You're going to get tired. That's inevitable. The road is going to feel long. The progress is going to feel slow, but here's the secret. Every moment that feels like a struggle is a moment that counts. Every time you feel like quitting and choose to keep going, you're laying the bricks for your future. But you can't back off. You can't let up. If you want to change, you've got to be relentless. Because the minute you think you can stop, you give the old you permission to come back. And that's the last thing you want. The new version of you doesn't stop. The new version of you shows up. No excuses. Every day is a victory. The temptation to rest will always be there. It'll always try to convince you that you've earned a break. But you know what? You've earned progress. You've earned growth. Rest is for people who've already won. You're not there yet. You're still in the fight, and you're still building. And the more you build, the stronger you get. Look at your day. Every single action counts. Whether it's a workout, a study session, or simply sticking to your plan when your mind tells you to quit. These small victories are the ones that matter. They compound. They add up. They turn into habits. And habits turn into identity. Discipline is the path to my power. You're not waiting for some moment of clarity. You're not waiting for someone to tell you it's time. You've already made the choice. You're building something far more valuable than motivation. You're building a system that sustains you when everything else fails. Because when the excitement dies down and the hustle isn't fun anymore, discipline is the only thing that keeps you moving. The day you stop waiting for motivation is the day you take control. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. And that's exactly why it works. You don't have to feel like it. You just have to do it. And every time you do it, you get stronger. Every time you show up, even when it hurts, you make progress. Every day is a victory. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And the only way to get through it is one step at a time. You're not going to see instant results, and that's okay. You're building something bigger than just a quick win. Every action you take, every moment you commit to your goals, is a victory. Every single day is an opportunity to reinforce who you're becoming. But there's no room for shortcuts. There's no time for excuses. The moment you let discipline slip, you let everything slip. You're not looking for shortcuts. You're not looking for the easy way out. You're building something that lasts, and that takes work. Day after day, no exceptions, no excuses. Discipline is the path to my power. You've made the choice. Now it's time to show up. Every single day you decide to commit, to push, to get better. And every single day, that commitment turns into a habit that becomes your identity. You're not just a person who works hard, you're a person who shows up. You are disciplined, and discipline is the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted. So what's your next move? Are you going to let the excuses win, or are you going to grind it out? The choice is yours. But know this, every second you hesitate is another second you waste, and that's a price you can't afford to pay. Every day is a victory. This battle's not over. The real test is ahead. You've got the tools. You've made the decision. Now it's time to put it all to work. The old you has to die before the new one can live. You can feel it, can't you? The pull of the past, the weight of the person you used to be, the hesitation, the doubt. Every step forward is a battle with that version of you that isn't strong enough to handle the grind. But here's the reality, that version of you is dead. And if you keep looking back, you're only holding on to a ghost. It's time to let go. It's time to stop asking who you are, because now you know. The transformation isn't just about what you've done, it's about who you've become. And the person staring back at you in the mirror, that's the one who fought, who pushed through, who didn't quit. That's the one who can't be stopped. You've built this. Now you have to own it. I am the change I've been waiting for. The battles weren't easy. They weren't meant to be. But every moment of struggle, every ounce of pain, every second spent in discomfort was part of your rebirth. And here's the thing, you don't need motivation anymore. You don't need some outside force to tell you it's time. The person you are now is not the person who waits. The person you are now doesn't hesitate. This new identity is your weapon. This new identity is your power. The final hurdle? Letting go of the old you. The one who wasn't ready. The one who wasn't disciplined enough. The one who doubted. That person can't come with you. The world you've built in your head, the one where you hold on to old habits and excuses, is a prison. But you're free now. This is your moment of liberation. To break out, to step into your power. Who you were is gone. Who you are is unstoppable. Every time you take a step forward, you're killing that old version of yourself. The self that held you back. The self that was afraid to be uncomfortable. The self that whispered, maybe tomorrow. That self is irrelevant. You don't listen to that voice anymore. It doesn't get to decide your future. You do. Transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming who you've always been. The version of you who never backed down, who never folded, who didn't quit when it got hard. You were always that person. You just had to wake up to it. Now Now you can't stop, because you've earned this. Every battle, every sacrifice, every hard choice, they're the foundation of the unstoppable force you've become. I am the change I've been waiting for. You think it's over? You think the struggle ends once you hit a certain level? No, it's just beginning. The more you embrace this new version of you, the more you realize there's no going back. The person you were is gone. The person you're becoming doesn't get to retreat. You're on the path now, and the only way forward is through. But the pressure, it's still there. The world will try to pull you back. It'll try to convince you to slip, to fall into old habits, but you know better now. You're stronger than that. You are your own shield. You are your own weapon. And the more you own this identity, the less space there is for doubt to creep in. Who you were is gone. Who you are is unstoppable. You're going to face challenges. You're going to face temptations. It's not over. But now you know the truth. Those battles, they only make you stronger. They only solidify your transformation. The struggle is no longer a setback. It's a sign that you're on the right path. You don't stop when it's hard. You double down. You embrace it. And that's the difference. Where you used to hesitate, now you act. Where you used to wait for motivation, now you create it. The identity you've built is not a momentary achievement. It's your new reality. It's your foundation. And every time you show up, it becomes more permanent. I am the change I've been waiting for. You've shed the old skin. Now you live as the person you've become. There's no more waiting for permission. No more hoping for a breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. You are the transformation. The person you are now doesn't question their worth. They don't hesitate. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They know what they're capable of, and they make it happen. This is your new life. This is the identity you forged through fire, through struggle, through the darkest moments. The person you were, they're gone. What remains is an unstoppable force. But the real question, what will you do with this power now? The future is yours. You've earned it. The identity you've built is your foundation. Now you need to stand on it, because the world is waiting for you to rise even higher. Who you were is gone. Who you are is unstoppable. But this is just the beginning. The real test is ahead. Will you let the pressure shape you or break you? Will you keep pushing when the world tells you to slow down? The choice is yours. The transformation is complete. The battle, it's never over. Keep moving forward. You've done it. The change is no longer just internal. The results are undeniable. Look around. This isn't the world you once knew. This isn't the life you used to live. The sweat, the tears, the days when you thought you couldn't go on, they've all led to this. Your transformation isn't just something you feel. It's now etched into everything around you. Your habits, your choices, your actions, they've redefined your reality. You've stopped fighting the storm. Now you command it. You stand tall, but not because you've made it. You stand tall because you've become who you were always meant to be. And when you look back at who you used to be, the version of you that hesitated, that doubted, that let fear steer the ship, it's unrecognizable. That version of you is dead. What remains is a force, a legend written by your actions. The pain you've carried, it doesn't haunt you anymore. It's part of you now. It's embedded in every inch of your being, and every battle you fought, every sacrifice has led to one undeniable truth. You are the one who shapes your destiny. The struggle, it wasn't a setback. It was your foundation. The doubts, they still linger, but they no longer have power over you. They can no longer stop you. And that's the difference. You don't look for approval anymore. You don't wait for the green light. You just go. Every decision, every moment, every action, they're building something that the world can't ignore. You've written your story, and now you're living it. When you first started this journey, it felt impossible. There were days when the weight of change felt unbearable, but you fought through it. Now what was once a distant dream is the life you wake up to. The small, seemingly insignificant actions, the discipline, the grind, the pushing through when everything in your body screamed to stop, it's all paid off. The work is visible now. The proof is in the results. You're not talking about change. You're living it. You've transformed. The world may not see all the battles you've fought, but you know the price you paid for every victory. And now every moment is a reflection of that. You've built something that's yours. You've built a legacy, not just through the actions you've taken, but through the belief you now carry in yourself. That belief is unshakable. No one can take it from you. It doesn't matter what happens next. The foundation is set, and it's made of the hardest stone, your commitment. The doubt, it's still there, lurking, but it's not your master anymore. You've learned how to use it, how to let it push you forward, how to silence it when it gets too loud. You no longer look for the way out. You look for the way through, and you find it. Every single time. You might feel like you've reached the top, but this is just the beginning. The work doesn't stop here. The victory, it's already written, but the next page is waiting to be turned. Every day is a chance to add to the story, to push the limits even further, to leave a mark so deep no one can forget it. But you know this already. You know that your legacy isn't something someone gives you. It's something you create, and you're not done creating it. You never will be. The world is watching. Whether they see it or not doesn't matter. What matters is that you've put in the work, and you will keep putting it in, day after day. The world will know your name, not because of what you've achieved, but because of the force that built it. The discipline, the fight, the relentless pursuit. That's the legacy you're leaving. And the beautiful part, you get to live it. Every day, every action, every choice. The doubts still come, the challenges still rise, but they don't stop you. You're past that. The person who hesitated, they're gone. The person who feared failure, they've been replaced. This version of you doesn't run from discomfort. You use it. You turn it into fuel. Every time you push, every time you overcome, you build a new chapter in your legend. And now you know the truth. It's not about reaching some destination. It's about the process. The process is your legacy. The daily grind, the choices, the sacrifices, they're the foundation of everything that's coming next. But here's the hard truth. You're not done. This isn't the finish line. This is just the start of something bigger. The world you've created, it's just a glimpse of what's possible. Keep moving, keep pushing, keep building. Because the next chapter, it's going to be even bigger. And no one, not a single soul, can stop you now. But the question remains, what will your next chapter look like? What more are you willing to give? The world is waiting. Are you ready to show them what happens when you're unstoppable?